Welcome to the neighborhood. We're so happy you could join us today for Brownstone Living. We're going to be sharing with you easy ways to decorate throughout your home for Halloween and transition directly into the fall and Thanksgiving season without much effort. Also, we're going to be sharing with you a Brownstone Blends delicious dessert. You don't want to miss this today. Sit back, relax, and enjoy.
So what we're going to start doing first is taking all of the pieces of floral arrangements or pieces that we've gotten from Walmart and from other retail stores like Dollar Tree, Dollar General, and maybe even like Marshall's or TJ Maxx. Some of these actually came from Target, and we're going to be making baskets. So what I did was I grabbed some baskets from local flea markets. I thought that would be easy enough to do because, of course, you can always find a really good cornucopia or baskets of specific sizes that you can use throughout your home. So what we're doing today is we're going to be putting together nice little cozy places throughout the house so that you can have that Halloween and autumn and fall Thanksgiving energy throughout the entire house with perfect colors for both Halloween and for fall. The first thing that we're going to be doing is taking this cornucopia and we're just going to be filling this with florals, simple colors that represent both fall, autumn, Halloween, and of course, Thanksgiving. Now, you can do all kinds of fun things with these. As you can see here, I'm just placing a couple of these pieces here. You can fold them and put them in position here and make your cornucopia as fun as you possibly can with all of the different colors that you have. You can also add pieces of maybe fruit or even some of these cute little items here, extra florals that I've picked up along the way, some pine cones to kind of add some extra texture. And you want to add a couple of these faux berries as well to kind of give it an extra oomph, if you will. And if you look at that, how simple is that? Now you can lay your cornucopia either sideways or you can stand this up, and this actually has hooks on the back that you can actually hang if that's what you want to do. I'm just going to be laying this on a table or on the kitchen counter for that additional color and hint of color for Halloween and fall. So we're going to continue to add some additional pieces to it, like a couple of these smaller acorns. And again, you can either find these outside in your lawn. You can actually add some of your own little pieces to it along the way from outside. If you've mowed the grass or if you have someone who's actually doing your lawn for you to kind of add to the personalization of what you're doing here. So again, do you see how simple that was? It was easy and put together. Now, here's one of the things that I don't do is I will not glue these down because why? I want to use them again for another project. And what better way to do that is when I'm done with this specific portion of the season, I can take them apart, box them up, and store them for other projects or prepare them to be donated. Now, this is one, and we've definitely gotten rid of this one or gotten it completed actually. So let's move on to the next one. So we've got our cornucopia that is completed. And we're going to move on to another simple basket. This basket here, it only cost me $3 or $4 at a local flea market. And I'm able to just take some acorns and we're just going to place those in the basket for a rustic feel. Just a nice rustic vibe throughout the entire basket. Here you go. Do you see how simple that is? But look what it does. The number one thing that it does is it gives the rustic look and feel of fall, of harvest. And you want to take a couple of the acorns that you see here and kind of drizzle them all through. and get all of those done. Do you see how simple that? And these are literally from outside. These are things that we've saved over the years and we've placed in plastic bags so that we have them for upcoming seasons. Now, if you want to add a hint of color to this, which in this case I'm probably going to do, one of the things that I like to do is add pieces of orange or white. And so we're going to add some cute little fuzzy pumpkins right here, different colors. Make sure that they're small and that they are able to be used over and over again. And I also have some little orange pieces of wood that are kind of shaped, and you want to take those and just put those together as well to make a nice basket. Add as many different colors as you would like. Here's some gold, and just kind of have fun with it all the way around, right? So that's the best part about all of this, is you can make this your own basket. So here you go, and just enough, just a hint. And you can put this anywhere throughout the house, okay? On a side table, maybe near a reading nook, or maybe on your kitchen counter, or where you serve your coffee for the family. This would be a nice addition and a nice touch, okay? This is another basket. Let's go ahead and put this one to the side. Now this next basket that we have, this one's going to be a little fun, because what we're going to do is keep it as simple as possible, because remember, what we want to do is transition seamlessly into the autumn and Thanksgiving season, and then start transitioning the colors directly into the holidays, depending on what color that you're going to be using. So what I like to do is, once again, use those rich fall colors, just like the colors that I'm wearing today, specifically for this episode. And I'm going to just take those leaves that we got, and I'm going to start laying them out on the bottom of the basket. Okay? We're going to lay those down in the bottom of the basket. You see how that is? And we want to try to create a bed here in the bottom. How easy is that? You want to try to stand some of those up. And we've got some extra acorns, and we want to put those here and kind of create a little nest of sorts for what we're getting ready to do next. So we're going to take a ceramic pumpkin that we have here, and we're going to place that right here in the rear. And again, we're not gluing anything down, because again, you can use these throughout the years as long as you're taking care of them and wrapping them up between the seasons. You can box these up and put these away. It's a couple of things that it does. Number one, it keeps with a regular, familiar theme for your friends and family, and even for yourself. But lastly, it also saves you money, especially when we're talking about regular traditional pieces. And as they get older or lose their luster or color and even break, you can always go back and replace those with different types of the same type of material that you've used each year, or try something different, especially if you like the traditional colors. So once again, I'm going to be taking another ceramic pumpkin, and we're going to place this in the basket as well. Now in between that, I want to also make sure that I've got some apples, and of course these are all fake, and we want to put these in the basket as well. You see how nice that looks? Everything is just coming together nicely. You want to add some additional height to it. You may want to do that there, and add additional foliage and leaves here, and some sunflowers, and just continue to add to your basket bit by bit by bit. And you can actually make this a family affair where everyone is getting involved. And then when you're done, you want to add your little bow right here on the side. And you can stick that directly into your basket. There we go. And you can actually take the wire and wrap it around the basket itself. And that's the handle of the basket, okay? So there you go. And what I was trying to do was actually put it in between the twists of the basket, and like I do every year, and it won't let me do it. At least not this time. There you go. Your basket is done, and you have another Halloween or Thanksgiving basket. It's the exact same colors, and you can use this directly through the autumn season into the beginning of the Christmas season. All right, so here's another. Now, what we're going to be doing next with the rest of our decor is we're going to be preparing a place for our two gnomes to come and hang out in another area of the house. We've got our cake stands, we'll be using those, as well as some additional florals and some more. Check back later so that you can see exactly how we're going to be doing it.
So now I have my basket full of goodies for Halloween and also for fall. You notice that I am sharing the same colors for both of the seasons as we transition from Halloween to fall, using the little elves or gnomes and also the stained cake stands. They're 100% wood and they were an amazing find. These pillows are perfect for this time of the season with their gold and metallic sheen to kind of add a touch of softness to this particular small bench that gets decorated quite often. And then we have Thankful, Grateful, and Blessed. It takes us right into the Thanksgiving season and autumn with the beautiful colors. So this little bench here can remain here until we transition to Christmas. Then I get all of my florals together, those that didn't make it in the first two baskets that I made and the Cornucopia. And I'm going to be placing these here because they still embody the colors that I'm looking for this season, just like what I'm currently wearing in this particular shot here. Then, of course, I'm going to have a little bit more fun and fill everything in, and anything that I'm not going to use, I can bag up or just kind of put them away for another time of year. But there you go. We're ready to go.
So one of the things that I like to do during the cooler months as it starts to look a little darker earlier, and as Halloween and Thanksgiving begin to rear its beautiful head in brilliant colors, the one thing I like to do is to create delicious, warm, and filling recipes and meals for my family. And one of those is something that has been a tradition since KJ was a very tiny baby and even before, and that's a simple dump cake. We're going to be dressing it up a little bit, and it's a very easy recipe for anyone to do. It actually will make you seem as if you've been in the kitchen for hours upon hours when you really haven't. And you can make up quite a few and either freeze these or prepare those nice and piping hot with a scoop of your favorite ice cream. So we're going to be doing an apple dump cake today using very simple ingredients. The very first thing is we're going to be using canned cooked apples. Now, it is completely up to you whether you want to use the apples that have the gel on the inside, or if you want to peel, core, and slice your own apples. Me personally, time is of the essence, and I still want my family to have those nice desserts that will remind them of home even when they're away. So we're going to start with a very simple can of apples, cooked. And it's a very simple dump cake. Doesn't take much, as you can see. I only have 3 cans. You can use as many as you would like, but as you can see, it already fills up the pan. Okay? Now, here comes the fun part. This is where you will use Brownstone Blends, cinnamon, nutmeg, and sugar blend to your apples, or the peaches, or whatever type of fruit that you will be using. You want to make sure that you are freshening it up and giving it a nice, warm, cinnamony, nutmeg taste with every single bite that your family, guests, and friends will enjoy. Okay, so we're just going to open it up. This is a brand new bottle of Brownstone Blends, and we're just going to sprinkle that all over the apples. If you notice, there's a lot of juice in here, and that's good. Okay, these have already been pre-cooked, so we're not going to be cooking the apples in the oven. It's going to be the actual cake itself. So I'm going to take my spatula and kind of smooth this out and make sure that all of the slices of apple actually get some of the cinnamon, the nutmeg, and the sugar, almost giving it an apple pie type of flavor and feel. Okay, so that's the next thing. And then lastly, we're just going to take a regular old box cake. Everybody's got a box cake, and if you don't, it only costs you about $1 or so to get one at either a Dollar General, Dollar Tree, your local grocer, or anywhere in between, like maybe even your own pantry. Always keep a good box of cake mix around so that you can create a wonderful dessert anytime. Now, the next thing is we're going to sprinkle the cake throughout the entire pan. Now, something else that I've already done is I have taken the liberty of turning on the oven. It's already on 375, so we don't have that to worry about. Now, what you don't want to do is you don't want to have your oven too hot where this actually starts to burn before it starts to cook. And then you begin to prepare your cake mix by just smoothing it out over all of the fruit and the juices, okay? See how simple that is? This isn't hard at all, okay? Now, the next step is to take about 1.5 sticks of real butter. I did not say margarine. I did not say olive oil and butter or olive oil and margarine. I said 100% real butter. If you feel like you want to use ghee, by all means. Now, what we're going to be doing is taking a stick of butter and we're going to slice that butter over top of the cake mix and the apples or any fruit. Remember, you can use any fruit that you would like. Okay? So the next step is we're just going to take slices one at a time and put them over the cake. You see how simple that is? What some people call this is a simple dump cake because that's what you're doing. You're dumping the ingredients directly into a pan and you're going to allow the oven to do the rest. See how easy this is? You don't have to spend a lot of time in your kitchen or in your home, especially if you already have all of the ingredients that you need. And if you notice, some of the home decor that we talked about in today's episode of Tips, Topics, and Talk, you'll notice one thing about it. I discussed things that we have already had in the home. We just decided to use them for this season. And if you are saving instead of throwing away those items that you have and you just box them up in quality boxes or containers, you will have them for years to come and actually save yourself some money as well. What I've also learned over the years is that when you are saving those items, these are things that your kids and your grandchildren will remember. And guess what? Even you. And it's important to bring back and help to create and develop those memories that your family will remember for years to come. So we're just going to do another, like 1/2 stick of butter here. And then I'm going to wash my hands and we're going to go ahead and put this in the oven. But you see how easy this is? Really, really simple. This is not a hard recipe at all. And we're going to top this again with Brownstone Blends, cinnamon, nutmeg, and sugar blend. Okay? That's to give it again that fall cinnamony nutmeg flavor that everybody kind of enjoys throughout this particular time of the year. It signifies so many different things. It signifies harvest. It signifies warmth. It signifies getting things done for the last time before we hunker down for the winter. Okay? Now, what I'm getting ready to do is put this in the oven. Again, the oven is on 375, and we'll check this out towards the end of the show. All right, so here comes the best part of Halloween. Right before we start to transition into the Thanksgiving season, you want to consider putting out a few things for your trick or treaters and even for those little people that may already be in the house. So, one of the things that I encourage people to do is to consider making a nice bucket of treats for your little people, okay? And even for those teenagers and for yourself. You may want to consider having a movie night or having a treat bucket just for the Halloween season, especially if you're a little bit overprotective and you may not want to participate in trick or treating itself. But this can be added to the fun as well. And let's look at some of these buckets. So this one says, Head Witch in Charge. These are some pretty cool buckets that I was able to pick up, and you can fill these with just about anything. So one of the things that you might want to consider doing is filling these with packaged popcorn that they can heat up themselves, or maybe even a handmade or DIY felt basket that they can make themselves and put it on the side or add this to the bucket. You may also want to fill this with little bags of treats. And so here from your local dollar store are these cute little Halloween bags that you can fill with all kinds of treats, from taffy to now and laters, lemon heads, Boston baked beans, chocolate, and even candy corn. You can put those in these little bags that you have here. Okay, so that's one thing that you can do, and place those inside of your basket. But there's something else too. You can layer your basket with spider webs and place those on the inside as well for each one of the buckets that you create for those people that you would like to give these to. These would make really great gifts for coworkers and for families, and for those who may not be able to get out and enjoy or participate in the festivities this year. It's a great way to start. All right, now let's move on and let's start talking about some other things that you can do as well to kind of keep the home together and have some fun with it. So these, as I was talking about earlier, are felt baskets that you can make just for trick-or-treating. You can create an entire day for yourself, for your friends, or for those little ones, and have some fun creating these cute little baskets that you can get just about anywhere. And once you're done putting them together, you can go trick-or-treating. So have some fun with it. Do some bobbing for apples, have apple cider, and maybe have a movie night to go along with it. And let everyone create their own basket to go along with the Halloween season. See how much fun this can be for you? And here's the other thing. Think about some of the things that you can do to decorate the home with. Look at that. It's nice and spooky. It says Halloween, and it also has a spider on the back. Now, what you can do is you can literally just put this right on a kitchen counter or the coffee area, place napkins inside of here, or just let it stand alone as it is. Okay? That's something else. Now, a couple of things that you can also do to start transitioning into the Thanksgiving season and the fall season and celebrating those amazing colors is to start with simple images like this. This is just a cute little piece of wood that says, Hello Pumpkin. It's perfect for both Halloween and for Thanksgiving. So you can get away with this being out for several weeks, if nothing else, for about 2.5 months. So there you go. Another piece of decor that you can consider is another little sign like this one, Potion. And it's literally a cute little way of creating a witch-like experience or vibe for your Halloween experience. Just something to add a little touch of fun to what you want to do. Okay? Now, something else that you can do is you can purchase these amazing colors for candy baskets. You can put these in your house, your office, or maybe even an entryway like your foyer or whatever. So as people are walking in or walking out, they can grab their candy or other treats that you may have, or even put this outside on Halloween night or trick or treat night, whichever one comes first in your community, so people can grab and go. Now, if you'll notice, these are the colors for the Day of the Dead. But guess what? Once you're done, all you have to do is move away the purple one, and you can still use this one with hints of orange and red or yellow. And you still have those fall colors. So there you go. Here's something else too that I really thought was so adorable this year was these cute beads. Now, these beads literally say, boo. Now, are they not the cutest thing? Look at that, and look at the colors. Now, you can use these to decorate any area in your home that needs an extra scare just for the Halloween season, okay? And these can hang out and look great just about anywhere. I'll be sharing some of those secrets on brownstoneworldwide.com, Brownstone, the Brownstone, and in the kitchen. That's where we'll be using these and decorating. And guys, I got really lucky this year. A couple of things. If you really want to get festive, you can actually get these cute bags. Now check this out. These still have the tags on them, but I had to grab these. Now, if you're anything like me, you do like to reuse bags quite a bit. We have quite a bit of bags here in the house. But if you want to save and recycle and use bags at the grocery store, listen, these are cute bags that you can keep in your car just for the Halloween season. You can grab your grocery bag, go into the grocery store, get whatever items that you need, and you can put them in your bag and help with the environment as well. And lastly, you can use these as trick-or-treat bags. Very easy, very cute, very demure. Look at that, right? Now, here's something else that I thought was so cute. Was you want to make sure that you are decorating the walls throughout your home. See how simple this is? You can put this on the back of a door, the side of an office, or in a kid's bedroom, or even hang it from a window. But look at that. How cute is this little Dracula? Now, these are felt, and these can either be made, or you can find these in most of your craft stores or dollar stores around your community. Now, here's something else that I thought I would just literally enjoy. And these are cutting boards. Look at that. Perfect for Halloween charcuteries with cheese and crackers and brie and brisket and peanuts and chocolate and all the things. You can use these Boo charcuterie boards. These are literally cutting boards that you can use to enhance your Halloween experience. And then when you're done, you clean them up and you put them away for another year. Lastly, we've got two things that we're going to be talking about. One is just a simple platter that you can use for Halloween parties. This one says rest in pieces. Very easy, very simple to use, skeleton design. And when you're done, you can just clean this up and put it away. You can use this for popcorn balls and for candy. And lastly, my favorite friends. They get packed up and they're used every single year. We put candy in these and they're put on the end tables in the living room. Very simple, very easy to use. And do you see how much fun you can have creating an experience for Halloween and transitioning these amazing colors directly into your autumn and Thanksgiving decor? Well, we've made it to the fun part, and that is actually getting ready to finish up the dump cake. As you can see, it's golden brown. The cake is completely crispy on the outside, and the butter has melted just ever so perfectly. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be placing some Brownstone Blends, cinnamon, nutmeg, sugar blend onto the top. You don't need a lot. And I'm just going to sprinkle that over because once again, it's fall and that means cinnamon, nutmeg, and sugar and spices and cloves and all of the things. Now remember, this is super hot, so let it cool down. But don't forget, you can add your favorite ice cream to go along with this, whether it be butter pecan, which is my favorite, vanilla, or any of the new flavors some of the kids actually like. But it always fares well with a great hot or warm dump cake. So take a look at this. And you can also see that we brought out our Cornucopia. Once again, this was so super simple to make. And it only took a couple of things that we already had around the house that were in boxes, getting ready for the new year. The last thing that we did was we put together our treat bowls for the living room. And we actually have 2 of those, and we've already filled them with treats. So when family members are going in and out of the house, they can grab a couple. We also have our platter, which says, lovingly, it says, rest in pieces. So you can see this here. You can grab one of these platters, of course, from where? Brownstoneworldwide.com, of course. But as you can see, we have a myriad of different treats that you can use throughout the Halloween season and especially for trick-or-treat night. Don't forget, we also have these adorable beads that you can use for decor around the house just in time for the Halloween season. And lastly, we have some cutting boards. Don't forget these. They make great charcuterie and also just great decor boards just for the Halloween season or Halloween season, depending on what part of the country that you're from. And lastly, of course, we've got all kinds of decor that you have seen us put together this evening. Do you see how simple this was to make? It was fun, it was quick, and we got it done. And lastly, we've got this delicious dessert that we're going to be sharing. So we're going to start with just a small snippet, and look at that. We don't need a lot. Don't need a lot. You see that? Don't need a lot because it's super hot. And it's got those pieces of cinnamon and sugar and of course the fresh hot apples from the can. You got it. That's to make it easier. And lastly, we're going to go ahead and we're going to taste this. So listen, here's a couple of things that I want you to do. If you want more of this, head over to Brownstone Worldwide, where we as urban professionals are learning how to live the brownstone lifestyle. Get used to hanging out at brownstoneworldwide.com for news and information that you can use and lifestyle tips from business professionals just like us. And other things that you can pay attention to are Cityscape Radio, cityscaperadio.com. And lastly, Brownstone Living magazine. Don't forget, you can get a free digital copy every single month at brownstoneworldwide.com/the magazine. And also, your print copy is available in the same space. Listen, I've got to get ready to get out of here because we're going to get ready to go and view some of the Halloween decorations in our neighborhood. So until then, we'll see you around.